Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from MetLife. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Complete out to the right. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running for the marker with Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this almost ended worse, but it gets a yard out of it. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
It's his running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd. A whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Herbert from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Touchdown, L.A. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Flowers now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
56.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Pressure coming. It's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
Come on, boys.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he got this close to midfield before going out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming here. Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And the Giants will have a 1st down. From the red zone now. Neighbors with the catch. Then he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants finish off their opening drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants start off well to tie things 7-7. Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
No score, Pete.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Option design here. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Herbert. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. On 3rd down, Herbert. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Chargers ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they are thinking points. Running for the marker on 2nd. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Back to the well again. Hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Jackson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Play action now with Allen. A throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds Hyatt.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They put a receiver in motion here left. Here's 2nd and 11. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now Allen. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hone him down near the line.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Into traffic, complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Herbert now, blitz coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Now Herbert again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Herbert to throw once more. He's got Andrews. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
First down throw for Allen. This will be caught by Cooper. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, here's Allen. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun, they're getting handed off. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Giants are set to punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Flowers now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. This is ahead for about 5. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And following that run, looks like the back is in a little discomfort. Medical staff attending to him as we step aside. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Allen setting up to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll run here from the gun. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Now Allen off the play action. Headed out right. That one complete to Turner. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Allen on 3rd and short. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, they'll run. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Allen now on first down. Connects with Johnson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Complete out to the right side. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. 2nd and 3 now. Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Allen setting up play action. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw now, Allen. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away. Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They send the tight end in motion left. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Quick pass left side. And this one doesn't go far. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Trying again following the sack. Throw left side, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before... So now here's 3rd and 5. Allen to throw. He finds Johnson. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and the quarterback will find you again.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing here, Allen. Catch made over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Blitz coming here, Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I don't think I'm alone. I don't think I'm the only one thinking about that earlier missed kick as that one sailed through the uprights. Now it's incumbent upon this team to find yet another way to score.
First and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it brings up an LA first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. He finds McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Herbert from the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you've got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Second and 15. Throw complete to Williams. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 for him now following the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. It is Kupp, left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly for his offense to get a 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Herbert. Finds McConkey. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, find the soft spot and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running for the marker with Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. So now here's 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chargers get some all important insurance. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers grow their lead to 8. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw it. Complete. It's Cooper. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Forced out to his right. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breath. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. So there's part 1, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now you'd imagine comes a try for 2.
Yeah, and this might be just as tough as to go get that touchdown they just did because, well, they work on 2-point conversions, but they're difficult. This is also a must-have, though, Kate, if they want to try and force overtime.
Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Setting up to pass. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. That was the play they needed. Now gotta hope your defense or special teams can come through and get you that football back.
And the sooner the better, too, because time is not their friend. They always have the onside kick to bail them out, but after that, it might be time for this D coordinator to crank up the aggression meter, and you know every one of these defenders will be attacking the ball.
Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They've got less than 40 seconds to work with. Not impossible, but got to recover this kick. And this kick is covered by the Chargers, and that should salt this game away. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. So they take a knee here, and they stay perfect on the season. Another